The horror category is best for video games, thanks to the interaction that the platform delivers. Seeing something scary in a movie and feeling it in a video game is a completely different thing. But in today's video, we're going to talk about the top 10 games that you should never play. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Number 10. The Suffering. The Suffering is a shooter game, but make sure you don't fall into a wrong sense of safety, as there are a bunch of things that are going to blow in the nighttime. The story revolves around a Torque, who is a prisoner, and is about to be executed for killing his wife and kids. However, he doesn't remember his conspiracy. The game follows him through his experiments to escape the island prison while fighting supernatural elements and his own demons. The creatures are actually pretty creepy, and the atmosphere is also very tense. The game deals with a number of themes. In short, every monster represents a unique style of enactment. The endings of this game also changes according to the choices that you make. Number 9. Alien Isolation. The shocking level in 2014's Alien Isolation is extremely intense, and you may require a partner, family member, roommate, or other human beings to play this game. What makes it extremely clever and horrible is that the alien's AI is programmed with a bunch of patterns that grow ahead as the game progresses. These mechanics keep the alien threatening and keep you asking questions. The alien is scary, the creepy working Joe androids are also horrifying, and the never-ending feeling of fear and tension makes Isolation more than a series of jump scares. Number 8. Manhunt 2. This game is known for its drastic levels of violence. The horror survival game Manhunt caused discussions around the world. The discussion peaked after Manhunt was associated with a murder in the UK and was banned in Australia. But if this game was bad, then its 2007 sequel Manhunt 2 is even more worse than it. It allows you to play as one of two characters. The game was originally labeled as Adults Only Rating, which banned its sale in the US. To release Manhunt 2, the developers had to tone down some of its most visual elements by blurring the screen during enactments and eliminating the game's actual scoring system, which awarded players for imposing horrible and violent murders. Number 7. Heavy Rain. This action-adventure game allows you to learn about the violent origami killer, who is basically a serial killer. He immerses his casualties in the rain. The gameplay style is like a family-friendly interactive puzzle, but the plot of Heavy Rain is definitely not appropriate for anyone. There is lots of visual violence, vulgarity, and drug use. But these aspects don't make Heavy Rain a bad game to play. This game is extremely dark from start to end. There are also more than 20 possible consequences based on your actions, and only one of them is a positive one. The other endings can make you sad for several days. Number 6. Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat has been around for more than 25 years and has never been the most family-friendly game. In the past years, parents tutted over the blood, but the game was safely kept away in arcades. When it was compelled to occupy homes through family-friendly platforms like Sega and Nintendo, then the ethical panic hit it hard. Mortal Kombat came to embrace the creative fatalities that made it a doubtful series. It was clearly labeled as a mature game. The better the graphics got, the more visually problematic Mortal Kombat became. From tearing off your own head to getting sliced in two, it doesn't feel good to play in a Mortal Kombat match. Mortal Kombat X took things ahead to a whole new level and gave players an inside look of the gore, revealing growling bones and flayed skin. Number 5. The Midnight Man. This particular game has become a YouTube challenge. There are many YouTubers who have been playing this game in their house and reporting what really happened. The Midnight Man has a lot of work that goes into the tradition before the game starts. You have all the lamps in your house turned off, where you write your name on a chunk of paper and lock it with your blood. You then set your paper next to any wooden door in your house and wait till midnight to hear the knock on the door. This summons the Midnight Man. Once you've done these things, the game starts. You basically fall around your house in candlelight from midnight to 3:33 in the morning. The main objective is to keep moving the whole game and not allow the Midnight Man to catch you. Once it hits 3:33 in the morning, the Midnight Man leaves, and you're ready to turn the lights on, and the game is finished. Number 4. One Man Hide and Seek. If you're afraid of dolls, then you should not play this game. One Man Hide and Seek has a very critical ritual before starting the game, which includes getting a type of doll without human features to play the game with you. You have to take the packing out of the doll to compress it with rice. You can then put a drop of your blood or fingernail clippings into the doll before sealing it. You have to turn off all the lamps in your house and put the doll in a bath of water before mumbling the words to start the game. You're then allowed to go to the room where you view the hiding place and wait for 10 seconds. Then you can return to the room with the doll and stab it with a sharp object saying, "I found you." You can then repeat the incantation from before, this time making the doll look for you. You will then return to your hiding place with a cup of salt water in hand. The doll is then allowed to come after you, and if you feel like you're in danger, you can finish the ritual to end the game. This requires putting some of the salt water in your mouth and going out from your hiding place to discover the doll. Number 3. The Elevator Game. The elevator game is said to be played in abandoned hotels and buildings with original elevator lines. The new technology elevators just don't appear to do the job. This may be a hard product to find if you don't live in a big city. You must have a house with at least 10 floors and a large set to play this game. You can start by entering the elevator and pushing the numbers to specific floors in the correct combination. This is considered to set you off into another charge. Once you've gone through the correct set of numbers, you'll reach the 5th floor. This is when a woman will enter inside the elevator with you. She'll ask you where you're going. You're suggested not to respond and get off on the next floor. The last floor you need to land on is number 1, but if the woman presses a button to another floor, you will have to get off with her. You will then reach the alternate world. You should soon get back onto the elevator once you've seen the woman, who is left, and return to the 1st floor. It looks like a stupid elevator rides, which is why you should not play this game. Number 2. Dharma-san the Bath Game. The bath game emerged in China and made its way to the US. It's played by taking a bath and saying some words while washing your hair. You're allowed to consider a girl slipping and falling in the tub. Then, you have to kill her. That looks quite brutal, but this is considered as a scary game. The next day after you complete the ritual in the shower is when the game completely begins. Throughout the day, you're supposed to feel the presence of Dharma-san around you. However, your goal is to stay away from her and not allow her to catch you. If you do this, then you can win the game. Number 1. Tsujira. Tsujira is the original game. It's also called the Money Game, Crossroads Divination, and the Crossroads Game. It's one of the only games that doesn't need many items for the ritual. Players basically require a comb. At night they have to take their comb out to the crossroads. You can run your fingers through the teeth until it makes a sound. After chanting "Tsujira, Tsujira, grant me a response" 3 times, the tricky part will come in. You can wait at the crossroads until a stranger passes down. You should cover your eyes when this happens, when you will ask the stranger to tell you about your future. He or she will tell you or refuse. If he refuses, you must wait until another outsider passes and repeat the same thing. This game is terrible for various reasons. It is not safe to wait at night asking strangers about your future. Crossroads are known for being a place to meet the monsters, so be careful before playing it. Alright, that's it for today's video. But before we confess our final goodbye, please note new videos are uploaded regularly on a wide variety of gaming topics. Comment on our video to let us know what you want to see next. If you like watching our video, please consider subscribing to our channel by clicking the subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching.